Yo, YouTube. Alright. Make sure you like and subscribe this YouTube channel. Like this video, dislike it. I don't care. Do what you want to do. Anyways, in my book, I was thinking about my book, right? And someone wrote a long post about me trying to make it out of my neighborhood. And I think I didn't really put in detail how hard it was to make it out of my neighborhood. I don't think people really I don't think I gave people an insight on how hard it was. It was very hard. On top of the things I was already dealing with, it was very hard trying to make it out of my neighborhood because of how the world looked at us kids from the ghetto, and sometimes they already thought we were a menace to our society, and we were already gonna fall to the gun at a young age, or we was gonna be locked up. So it was kind of hard, especially when I carried that gangster image, that same image that gets us looked down on, which a part of it is actually my part and my responsibility, and I have to take responsibility for how I carry myself. But at the same time, I didn't know no other way. I thought the way that I was following was actually normal because, I mean, I didn't have nobody else to show me different. My whole environment was just gang related and drugs. That's all I knew. So how can I know something else unless somebody teach me or show me when I was a kid? I just took those ways in, so I thought it was normal. And it was very hard because the public schools out here in Indianapolis are not very good. And I played basketball. I played basketball to get out of my neighborhood. I really wanted to get out, and I thought getting out meant chasing money. I thought money was the key to get out of my neighborhood, and it may be for other people, but now that I learn now, it wasn't. I learned that money wasn't what I was chasing. I was really looking for healing. I was really looking for to overcome the battles that I was facing within, but I didn't know that I didn't know about the battles within me. I just thought money can heal all this because I was just so focused on eviction notices and stuff like that. So our public schools are not that good out here. And I wanted to play basketball, and a lot of college scouts do not come to public schools, which they should, because we got some raw talent out in public schools, especially in some place, especially on post-war period. Like from my generation to the older generation, we had some very good basketball players. Like if we all team up, that team will be like LeBron James, full of them. But that's how a lot of talent was out here. But we constantly get overlooked because of people judge our cover instead of actually getting to know us. So it's kind of hard at the same time to try to continue to play basketball or to continue to play a sport when nobody is giving you an opportunity to go to the next level. So on the other hand, I can see why a lot of individuals quit and join the streets, because at the same time, the people who have the resources to help us choose not to give it to us. So at the same time too, they have to take responsibility too, because it should be 50-50. So I had to go out north, out north to a suburban neighborhood, like a neighborhood that was so unfamiliar to me. I don't come how it was set up. I ain't seen no police, no bandos, no trash on the ground, barely any liquor stores, but I saw big houses and stuff like that, and a lot of businesses in their communities and stuff like that. A lot of preschools. They had a lot of stuff in their community that my community didn't have. And I went out there to play basketball, and it was kind of hard too. It was hard because I wasn't accepted by I wasn't accepted by the head coach and some of the basketball players on varsity and junior varsity and freshman. Some of them didn't accept me because of where I came from. They thought I was different. And I put that in my book when one of the varsity teammates, we was playing in school. I think it was Anderson, but the school was similar to my neighborhood. The kids' ways were similar to my neighborhood. And one of the girls said, "They go, your type of people ain't shine." And I didn't say anything to her. I just walked in the locker room. But out of that, I really got they go, your type of people, you don't belong here. You're not one of us. Basically, go back to where you came from. So it was kind of hard at the same time because the opportunity was that door was shut on me because of where I came from and the image that I carried. So probably a lot of people probably like, then why these kids won't just go to college, etc. It's not that easy, you know. It's a battle that we have to like fight through in order to overcome or get out of our neighborhood or succeed. Because it's not easily given to us. We have to go out there and fight to get it, which I believe that should not be the case, because why do we have to fight for our opportunity? I don't understand why we have to fight for our opportunity, you know. I think it should be given equally. Like, I don't know, but it was a struggle. It's not easy trying to get out of my neighborhood, especially overcome some of the stuff like the drugs and stuff. Like, I believe if God didn't give me the strong mind that He gave me, the strong mindset, I would have failed to my neighborhood. I would have probably been on Brentwood selling crack cocaine, or I probably would have been dead. Just off of how I knew it. I just knew how I was. Like, I was so big on giving loyalty. I thought I had to give loyalty to the streets, you know, because I thought that the environment, that lifestyle was who I was. So I thought I owed it, you know. It's cold, that's why I'm probably shivering. So if I'm shivering, it's because it's cold in here. And I just turned on the heat, but it got too hot, so I'd rather be cold than hot. Anyway, so yeah, it's not that easy. It's not that easy, especially like, I know we all got trauma too, so I don't want to constantly bring trauma in it, because I know kids in suburban neighborhoods definitely have trauma, and I'm sure they face similar things we face in the households in poverty neighborhoods. It's just they cover that up with that perfect image, you know, and they hide themselves behind that perfect image. And how the world is set up, as I learned, if you have that perfect image, a car, a house, money in your bank account, people assume that you're happy, you have it together, when that's just a perfect image covering up how you truly feel about yourself, you know? Or the battles that you face at night, dark battles, etc. Just similar to poverty kids, you know? We just cover our stuff up with the gangster image. It's the same. It's the same to me, just come from. So as I was saying before, it's not that easy, you know? It's definitely not easy. I was about to say, if I could do it all over again, I would definitely attend IPS schools, because I feel like I shorted myself trying to escape and going to a suburban school when it was no better. Honestly, it was really no better. I mean, I graduated, you know, thank God for allowing me to graduate, because it was a battle. Like, outside, like at home, it was a struggle. So, and I still graduated. But I wish I would have stayed true to where I came from and stayed at IPS school and graduated from my IPS school, because I want other kids to know that I want to start a trend or a wave where we stay at our schools in our neighborhood, in the environment we grew up in, and constantly graduate at IPS schools, because a lot of kids in poverty neighborhoods constantly leave their neighborhoods, or constantly leave the schools, the public schools that they grew up in, or the neighborhood they grew up in, just to go to schools that's townships, etc., just to have a good education or opportunity to go to college, because public schools really don't offer that opportunity. And if it do, you have to really fight through to get, you know, you really have to fight through this to get to where you're trying to go. You know, which that should not be our schools. But at the same time, I think it's just because of money situation, the rich versus poor stuff. Since we don't have money in these communities, basically we get less. But it's just like Lawrence North, that's like a middle class. They got a lot of money, so it's going into their community. At the same time, I know the United States get a lot of money. They print money off. I feel like they just hold on to a lot of money. A lot of that money that they choose not to share, especially this tax plan, they can use this tax plan to go into public schools. But a lot of celebrities are saying no, which I disagree with a lot of celebrities saying no, because a lot of those celebrities come from these same environments that I grew up in. For them to turn their back on where they come from and just say no to the people who helped them get into the position that they're currently in is like beyond me, because it made me look at a lot of rappers and the celebrities in a different way. Because why would I constantly support someone who don't want to give back, who want to keep all their money to themselves? So it's not easy though, getting out. You just gotta keep going. You just gotta like strive for real. You know? But I have a goal. I feel like I didn't ever really fully reach my full potential in school because I never tried. I feel like I just did things just to get by and to pass instead of actually put my full potential into things. And my goal is to get a 3.5 or a 4.0 at this current college that I'm in, and to graduate at the top of my class. I believe I can do it if I really try, because I never really tried to do something like this. I just did things just to pass or just to go through the motion. But I really believe if I truly put my mind to it, I can really like graduate at the top of my class. And I really want to, just to show myself that I can really do it, and also to show kids in poverty neighborhoods or neighborhoods I come from that they can do it too. It's like it's not impossible. They just have to continue to push and try and work hard, because and I want to do that at the top of my class, 3.0, 3.5 to 4.0, even higher. If I can go higher, then I go higher. But that's a goal, you know. My hair, I already started it a couple of days ago. My current class that I'm in, I'm making sure that I get all A's, you know, all A's. But I don't know, I think I'm gonna cut this video a little bit short. So like and subscribe, you know, leave comments, share, etc. Bye.